Hey guys, I just want to start by saying I called it. In my previous review for episode 1, I pretty much predicted that the main characters, Victorique and Kazuya, were falling into a trap. It turns out the ship they boarded, the Queenberry, is actually the box, and they're the rabbits, along with the other passengers that boarded the ship. And how do we know this? Well, their food was drugged. They start out in like a dining room, and they're having their feast, but the food was drugged, and they passed out. They wake up in another room in the ship, the lounge, and Victorique makes an interesting observation. They started out with 11 people when they were in the dining room, but now there's 12 people in this lounge. There's 12 people, so that 12th person must have been the one that put them in the lounge. That 12th person. Kazuya, he almost gets killed by an arrow trap. He was about to touch like a model ship that was in the lounge, but this guy named Maurice, he warns him not to touch it, and he just narrowly avoids the arrow. At this point, I'm wondering, how did he know the arrow was coming? We have the other passengers freaking out right now because they're predicting something bad, very bad. I think they're catching on. And one passenger, he actually gets an arrow in his head. He falls into a trap trying to leave the lounge. By this point, the passengers have realized that they're rabbits. All of these passengers were actually involved with that previous ritual, which the fortune teller kind of had them set up. But now they're the rabbits. They actually, the previous ritual, they had kids, and these kids ended up killing each other. But now it's their turn, apparently. Most of the passengers, they get crushed trying to leave by lifeboat. They get crushed by a wave. So we only have 5 people left after all of that's done. We have our 2 main characters, Kazuya and Victorique, along with Maurice, the guy who's warned Kazuya about the trap. We have this girl, her name's Julie, the daughter of a coal mine owner, and Ned Baxter, he's like an actor from England. He plays a murderer. That's how they introduce themselves, pretty much. We don't know if that's true or not, all of those things, but that's what they say. And Maurice, he pretty much tells us a bit about his past and how he was involved with the previous ritual. He pretty much was the cleanup guy. He cleaned up the dead bodies in the previous Queenberry ship. That ship was sunk. He's really freaked out because he really thinks they're on board the actual Queenberry. Yeah, the ship's ghost, apparently. But Victorique figures out it's not really a ghost of the ship. It's actually a replica. Somebody shelled out some really, a lot of cash. Somebody shelled out a lot of cash to replicate that ship, trap for trap, room for room. She starts to figure out that it's all a replica, especially when she finds this bottle of wine lying around, and she smells it, and it smells fresh, even though the label says 1890. So somebody went to the trouble of putting some fresh wine in an 1890 bottle. Either that or they just put a label on a new bottle. They just swapped the labels with an older label. because we find out that type of wine isn't made anymore, so there was no way that the whole bottle could still be there like that. Yeah, something just seemed fishy. The whole thing was a setup. Victory just starts to put everything together. And yeah, based on what Maurice tells us, it's pretty safe to assume that one of the passengers is actually one of those rabbits from that previous ritual that took place 10 years ago. And my guess would be that it's either the actor or the girl who's the rabbit, Julie. Yeah, it's one of those two, because I don't think it's Maurice. Yeah, it's not him. And our two main characters, definitely not them. I'd be very surprised though if one of them was the rabbit, because Maurice thinks that one of them is the rabbit that's planning to kill them. But yeah, we leave off on a nice little cliffhanger. Maurice, he finds this gun because there's weapons around the ship for the rabbits to kill each other, because that's what the hunting dog wants. The hunting dog is also a person, so it's possible that the hunting dog is among them as well. Is the rabbit also the hunting dog in this case? Like, the previous rabbit is now playing the role of the hunting dog? Or, yeah, it's interesting. I'm not sure about that yet. And yeah, we've got ourselves a pretty interesting mystery, definitely. The cliffhanger with Maurice about to shoot Kazuya, he gets some character development. We find out he's the son of, I guess he's the third son of an Imperial soldier. And he's sticking up for Victorique because Maurice is pointing the gun at her. So yeah, we get to see him try and protect her, which I like. I like seeing those heroics. Yeah, we hear a gunshot at the end of the episode. I don't think he's gonna die. I don't see it happening. Maybe he got shot and he just got like wounded, but I don't see him dying. Not in episode 2. Not in episode 2. Let's be real. They portrayed him as the main character, so he's not dead. Wounded maybe. And yeah. There wasn't much more to add to this mystery. Victory pretty much solved everything regarding the ship, and yeah, from what we've heard from Maurice, the hair is among them, the previous hair. So anyways, guys, yeah, let me know what you think. Are my theories accurate? And yeah, as usual, no spoilers, please. Omega Dark Mage signing out.